Hi, I'm Jeffrey. I'm a licensed therapist and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll go over how to deal with intrusive thoughts. Let's get into it. Intrusive thoughts are involuntary thoughts that pop into your head. Intrusive thoughts tend to have an emotional charge, meaning that when you have the intrusive thought, you tend to feel a strong emotion, such as anxiety, sadness, hopelessness, emptiness, etc. Intrusive thoughts can be really frustrating because they come up subconsciously. You probably try to distract yourself to try to avoid these intrusive thoughts, but they keep popping back up despite your best efforts. That's probably so annoying. So, how do you deal with intrusive thoughts? The first thing that I want you to know is that if you're having an involuntary thought that keeps coming back, that probably means that the thought has not been fully dealt with, meaning that the brain has not fully processed the thought. So the way that we can deal with intrusive thoughts is by voluntarily bringing those intrusive thoughts to conscious awareness. So that means that the first step to dealing with intrusive thoughts is to identify what these thoughts are saying. Do they tend to be incompetent related thoughts, such as, I'm a failure, I'm no good, I'm not good enough? Or do they tend to be unlovable related thoughts, such as, nobody likes me, nobody cares about me? Do they tend to be worthlessness type of thoughts, such as, I'm a bad person, I'm useless? Or do they tend to be hopelessness related thoughts, such as, I'm just going to have a horrible future. There's nothing good on the horizon. Things will never get better. Once you bring your intrusive thoughts to conscious awareness, you want to be able to use a cognitive behavioral tool or a mindfulness related tool to be able to process these thoughts. So, what are some of these tools? The first tool is called lawyering the thought. Essentially, you want to put the intrusive thought on trial. When the thought is on trial, you want to ask yourself, is this thought truly 100% true? For example, say your thought is, nobody cares about me. Then you would ask yourself, is this 100% true? If it's not 100% true, you will want to reframe your intrusive thought. So in the example that I just gave, it may sound something like this. It's true that some people don't care about me, but I do have a few people that truly care about me. Now you might be thinking, well, what if the thought is 100% true? Then you will want to replace the intrusive thought that is 100% true with a more useful thought that is also 100% true. If that doesn't work, then you can use an acceptance-related technique, meaning accepting the thought without putting your human worth down. The second tool is very similar to the first tool, and it's called finding the evidence. With this technique, you actually want to take both sides into consideration. You want to find all the evidence that proves that the intrusive thought is true. Then you want to summarize that evidence. Then you want to get all the evidence that proves that the intrusive thought is not 100% true. Then you want to summarize the evidence. Then you combine both summaries to reframe the initial intrusive thought. Because you took all the evidence from both sides, then you will be able to reframe the thought to something that is truly 100% factual. The third tool to be able to deal with intrusive thoughts is meditation. When you meditate, you learn to observe your intrusive thoughts without judging them. You can simply observe these thoughts and let them go. When you meditate, you let automatic thoughts pop into your head, you see them non-judgmentally, and then you let them go. This practice removes the emotional attachment that we have to these type of thoughts, meaning that through meditation, you can reduce the emotional charge of the intrusive thought. Like the previous tools, it requires some serious practice to be able to get the hang of it. These are my top 3 tools to deal with intrusive thoughts. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you in the next one.